Queensland police will fine the unvaccinated. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode on HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from the Brisbane Times. Now, we're counting down to when the freedoms for those who are unvaccinated will be severely restricted here in Queensland. Fantastic. Actions will be taken. Queensland Police warn of fines ahead of the vaccine mandate. Queensland Police Commissioner Katrina Carroll has warned action will be taken against anyone who disregards the vaccination mandate that will bar unvaccinated patrons and staff from certain venues. Unvaccinated patron and staff will not be allowed to enter many hospitality and entertainment venues, such as cafes, clubs, from Friday. Other venues that also fall under the mandate include stadiums, hosting crowds of more than 5,000 people, convention centres, festivals, and state-owned galleries. The mandate is an attempt to curb the virus's spread and impact on the economy after Queensland opened its borders to interstate travellers. We have hardly, there's been I'll bring up Queensland Health. Now, we're getting hardly any spread, but is this what they're afraid of? Is this really what they're afraid of? Queensland Health. So, we've just had a public alert. Okay, yep. Into Monday, Coolum Beach. So, that's why they're bringing the mandate. We'll see if it makes any difference to these alerts that we're getting at the moment. And still the case numbers are very, very low, everyone. But, this is the thing. The vaccine is, you need a passport now, or a license to partake in the same parts of society, to go to the pub, go to the club, to enter Parliament. Patrons, Parliament's exempt, yeah. Patrons will have to show proof of their vaccination as they check into businesses. Commissioner Carroll said police had been preparing for the next milestone in Queensland's response to the pandemic. We already have a sense that there are some businesses that won't comply, so we're gearing up for that. So they're going to go after businesses. We've had our first recession in 28 years. Civil servants have gotten pay rises, and they're going after businesses. When I was doing Ubering, I actually picked up a senior police person from Q1, the new political building here in Brisbane. I drove him to, I don't know where, I think their home was somewhere in the middle, farther out. I was talking to the lady there. She was nice. I was asking her about Uber, how it used to be illegal, and why didn't the police enforce it? And she told me. She told me that they did the numbers, and they just didn't have the resources to enforce it, and it provided a benefit to the community. But anyone who treats staff disrespectfully, police will be called and they will be dealt with. Ms. Carroll said fines would apply if anyone showed a blatant disregard for the directions. We know for a long period of time now that this date is coming, she said. So we ask businesses to do the right thing, have the signage out and obviously make the requests like they do now. Requests and general course of check-ins when people come in. I feel sorry for the kids, younger people who are working in these jobs who are going to have to deal with people. So guys, if you're asked, don't blow up at them. It's not their fault, okay? Don't put it on the people working in these jobs, because they're going to have to deal with it again and again and again. Don't put it on them. Don't be a dick to them. Ms. Carroll said any business owner or staff with concerns over the actions of individuals should contact police. Individuals could be fined $1,300, while businesses face a fine of more than $6,000. Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk foreshadowed further information being made available to businesses in coming days. The majority of people have gone out and gotten their vaccines to keep themselves safe, their families safe, the community safe, and if any business owners have any issues with that, they should contact police, she said. They've done it because a requirement for employment, which, if it's there, if that's a requirement, be honest about it. I mean, this is it, guys. Australia isn't a liberty-focused country. We're an authoritarian country, quite a socialist-leaning authoritarian country. This is the type of leadership that we've voted for. Okay? Remember, we kicked out Campbell Newman for Anastasia Palaszczuk. Okay? Think about that. Remember that. If you voted for Anastasia Palaszczuk, if you believed all the bullshit about the civil servants who, when we had a recession, got extra money handed to them to stimulate the economy, were bitching and moaning that the contractors were being fired, we had too many of them, that were actually going into debt in this state to keep them employed, you voted for her. This is why I get so frustrated. This is why I'm trying to be so stoic about it, because it's too late now for the protests. Okay? They're too late. You should have thought about this years ago when you voted for these people in power. When you're happy for them to take taxes off other people. When you're happy for them to intervene in businesses and in the economy and in the environment. This is just an extension of that. Okay? That's it, guys. And honestly, I think some people realize they've made a mistake. Okay, so just realize that. If you voted out Newman, you voted for this woman. Who's running for the Senate now for the Libertarian Party? Ms. Palaszczuk said there would be random checks conducted to ensure there was compliance. You know, I'm vaccinated. I've got my bloody check-in app. I haven't even linked it to my papers. I've read too much German history in the Second World War. Oh well, this is what we get. We get what we voted for, guys. We voted for this woman. If they're not abiding by the rules, they're putting the whole state at risk. We're safe. We're safe until they start blaming the unvaccinated for house prices going down, okay? That's when you've got to really be worried. So people know there are heavy fines associated if you do not do the right thing, she said. These are not unusual steps, and that have been put in place. They're being applied to other countries around the world. I think families want to know that they can go into a cafe or restaurant in the lead up to and after Christmas knowing that everyone in that restaurant or cafe is fully vaccinated. Okay, we can go out right now and I don't know if everyone's fully vaccinated. Do I care? No, I don't give a shit. To minimize my risk to this illness, I went out and got vaccinated. Okay, there, done. I don't care if other people haven't. Is that selfish of me? Do I need to freak out? Ms. Palaszczuk said she understood many people still had concerns about the vaccines. I know people who were waiting for the Novavax. Can I please say to you, don't look at the misinformation on the internet that's running on social media. Please go and have the one-on-one conversation with your trusted family doctor or your friends who've been vaccinated. Okay, so what if your doctor tells you to wait for the Novavax? Literally, I was talking to a senior doctor, retired doctor. He's waiting for the Novavax. What if they say that? I mean, you're just going to have to put up with this, guys. And remember this. Remember the people who you voted for. Remember the interventions they put in your lives. If they think it's okay to do this other intervention into your life, to take all this money from you, to force you to do this, to force you to believe this, to put in all these laws that restrict what you can say and everything like this, this is just another step down that path. The state reported we're at 88.3% of first dose vaccination rates. 81.23. We're over 80% fully vaccinated, and yet they're imposing this now. Awesome, guys. Is this going to encourage people to get vaccinated? People will get there, honestly. Well, let's have a talk about this one. This will probably harden some people. This will probably harden some people against it. This isn't how you encourage people to undertake this, people have a level of distrust of the government. And some of it's founded. It'll take people some time in order to take the vaccine. They'll want to see enough people, or they'll want to give it some more time. We're at over 80%. Or is it that our health system, we've had how long to prepare? 2 years. What extra capacity has been built? What extra facilities have they built to handle this? Probably nothing. I think, don't get me wrong, everyone. Vaccines are the solution to a pandemic and to these type of illnesses. That's the, going right back to the video I did looking at D.A. Henderson's How a Free Society Deals with Disease. That was the main goal. He was against all of these interventions in the economy because the effectiveness of them were questionable and the economic impact of them was certain. But how's this going to win people over? What's going to happen? It's going to get to the point where they're hoping, I think, for social peer pressure. I mean, is there any actual evidence that this type of segregation is necessary? Anyway, check out this video about How a Free Society Deals with Disease by D.A. Henderson. It's a long one. Listen to it while you're driving in the car. Go see a movie before the 18th, guys. I recommend Dune. It was awesome. Really good. Quite enjoyed it. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.